Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into one of the absolute simplest but most powerful upgrades you can make to your lunch. We're going to transform the sandwich, and it all starts with one tiny, tiny little ingredient that packs a massive punch. So, what is the one thing that might be holding your sandwich back from being truly, truly great? Well, it might be something you're adding just out of habit. You know the one, that standard kind of boring lettuce. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's not even a fair fight. In one corner, you've got your standard lettuce. It's watery, it's pretty flavorless, and let's be honest, it has minimal nutrients. And in the other corner, a vibrant explosion of microgreens, just bursting with intense flavor, a really satisfying crunch, and they're an absolute powerhouse of nutrition. And that whole powerhouse of nutrition thing, that is not an exaggeration. Get this, studies have shown that microgreens can have up to 40 times more nutrients than the fully grown versions of the same plants. I mean, think about that for a second. That is a gigantic nutritional upgrade from just a tiny handful of greens. So what are these things exactly? Well, microgreens are really just the baby versions of plants we already know, like radishes, broccoli, and basil. They're harvested right at their peak potency, just after their first little true leaves appear. And that's the secret. That's where all that concentrated flavor and nutrition comes from. All right, enough talk. Let's actually put this into practice. We're going to go on a little tour of 7 classic sandwiches and see for ourselves just how much of a difference this one simple swap can really make. First up, we've got a true classic, the Turkey Club. It's a great sandwich on its own, for sure, but we're about to make it absolutely unforgettable. So, forget the iceberg lettuce, let's throw in some radish microgreens instead. You get this amazing, sharp, peppery kick that just slices right through the richness of the bacon and the creamy aioli. Or, hey, if you want something a little more mellow, pea shoots give you this wonderful, sweet, satisfying crunch. Either way, you're not just adding flavor, you're injecting a massive dose of vitamins. Okay, next, a favorite for, well, pretty much everyone that's about to get a serious, serious upgrade, the grilled cheese. This is such a great trick for adding some green goodness. But you know what? The real magic here is the texture. When you add sunflower or pea shoots, you get this incredible contrast, that warm, gooey, melted cheese against the cool, crisp greens. It just completely elevates the entire grilled cheese experience. All right, ready to kick things up a notch? Let's give the iconic BLT a spicy little makeover. But here's the kicker, without adding a single drop of extra sauce. For the BLT, we're swapping in mustard microgreens. Now, these things are amazing. They're actually a cousin to wasabi, and they have this surprising spicy kick. It's a totally natural heat, which means you get that bold flavor without having to rely on sugary or fatty sauces. You know, this quote really hits on something important. We've gotten so used to processed flavors that the intense, natural spice of something like a mustard microgreen can be genuinely surprising. It's a powerful little reminder of just how much incredible flavor real food can have, all on its own. Moving on to a healthier but oh so delicious option that's perfect for breakfast or lunch, avocado toast. The name of the game here is balance. The mild, fresh flavors of broccoli and alfalfa microgreens are the perfect sidekick to that rich, creamy avocado. It's a super simple pairing that boosts the nutritional value without overpowering the star of the show, which is, of course, the avocado. Let's take a quick trip to Italy with this next one, a warm, gooey, absolutely delicious pesto and mozzarella panini. Okay, now this is a real pro move. Instead of using just regular basil, try making your pesto with basil microgreens. The flavor is just unbelievably intense. Plus, you're supercharging the nutritional content of your pesto at the same time. It's a total win-win. Egg salad can sometimes be a little, well, one note when it comes to texture, right? It's creamy, it's soft, but it's often missing that crucial little something. Think of this as the healthy version of adding potato chips to your sandwich for crunch. Those sweet, crisp pea shoots cut right through the creaminess of the egg salad, adding that perfect textural pop. It seriously takes it from just okay to wow, that's fantastic. And finally, let's get a little fancy. We're taking a brunch staple, the smoked salmon and cream cheese bagel, and giving it a final touch of real elegance.
Smoked salmon and dill are a classic pair for a reason, right? Well, using dill microgreens gives you that same bright, fresh, slightly anise-like flavor, but in a much more delicate and, frankly, beautiful way. It's a truly luxurious finish.
So, you're sold on microgreens. Awesome! But how do you keep them fresh so you can actually use them all week? Don't worry, there's a really simple hack for that. It's a super easy 3-step process. First, if you're growing them yourself, just leave them be until you're ready to eat them. Simple enough. Once they're harvested, just wrap them gently in a dry paper towel and then pop them in an airtight container in the fridge. That's it. And the result of this little trick is fantastic. The paper towel wicks away any extra moisture, which stops them from getting all slimy and actually keeps them crisp. You can easily get an extra week, maybe even 2 out of them this way. So, what's the big takeaway here? The crucial point is that this isn't just about adding another green topping to your sandwich. It's way more than that. It's a fundamental upgrade. So just remember this. This isn't about garnish. When you choose microgreens over lettuce, you're making a conscious choice for way more intense flavor, a much better texture, and that incredible 40 times nutrient boost. You're turning an ordinary, everyday meal into something genuinely extraordinary. And once you realize just how easy it is to upgrade your sandwich, you'll start seeing possibilities absolutely everywhere, on your tacos, in your soups, sprinkled over your pasta. This tiny little green is a simple hack that can totally transform the way you eat. So I guess the real question is, what will you upgrade next?